afternoon, which I think it is. And good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. It's been a interesting road. I've had two sisters, comment on my last few videos, and both of them were very encouraging. And one sister said, just speak your heart, just contact people. So I tried to do that by email and via these videos, and so far no response. I need help, but none of you are psychiatrists probably, so you're not going to help me. No, just kidding. I should put this on the other thing that I don't know. I'll show you what I got going here in a minute. I want to just talk for a little bit, but so a lot of people really like the fact that I just sit and talk to you, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to you people, and when I say you people, I mean remnant people who are going to be survivors, come hell or high water, and hell's coming. So you can rest assured of that. We're going to have some very extreme changes in this nation and in the world. We're finally seeing that. And it's cold, so I'm supposed to be sitting over there so you can see me. Oh, sorry. Maybe I'll move, but I'm not going to move. Sorry. I could turn around. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'll just show you, since I sat here, so the sunlight would be on the excavation point here, so I'm going to do that. So I'll just reverse the camera and just talk a little bit here. That's okay. All right. So anyway, I've had a vision, an idea, a concept in my mind, in my heart for many, many years. 20 years now, more than 20 years, but 20 years of a safe place. A lot of you understand that, grasp that, and it's because this is happening with millions of people. Millions of people are being told to relocate, get out of the cities, number one. Get out of the city. If you're half an hour out of the city, you're going to be way ahead of everybody inside the city. If you're in a big city, get out. There are 10 million people in some of those cities. 10 million people. You can't just assume that you're going to know ahead of time and know in enough time to get out ahead of everybody else. It's not going to happen. Not reality. It's just, what I made a saying in 1993, a lot of people are going to die because they thought they were smart enough to think for themselves. And I see that right here, right where I'm at right here. There's people that think they're smart enough to think for themselves, and they're not. And yet they're taking advantage of my work, my vision, my research, my mind for the last 40 years. They're taking advantage of all that, and yet giving me no credit, and that's fine, I don't care. But they're not listening to me. They're sort of listening to me. Yeah, that ice shelter is a good idea, but don't ask Jerry his opinion, or get a good one. Just get the first stupid thing that comes to your mind. Don't buy junk. Buy the best, forget the rest. Now, what I bought was the cheapest one I could find, because for the very reason that it's just a proof of concept. It's just a proof of concept that this is going to work. And it's not going to be built as good as the other ones that I want. And it's not the final product for sure. I want a Otter Vortex Pro Resort. It's hexagonal. It's almost round. It's basically like setting up a teepee or a yurt. It could be guyed out and anchored down very tight and stand up to 100-mile-an-hour winds, I'm pretty sure. So that's my goal. Now, failing that, the Clam C890 is also hexagonal, and it's 89 square feet. I would go for that one too. I would like one of these companies to sponsor my idea and be an official sponsor of the heating system, ice shelter heating system. Earth and thermal mass rocket stove. Call it come up with a name for it, please. Flex capacitor. It's going to be a reactor core. It's going to be a heating and cooling system, because in the summertime it can cool. It'll draw cool air up from the ground, and I got plans for that. I got ideas on that. So it's not just going to be for the wintertime. So Same system will work in the summertime because it'll draw cool air up from below the ground level. And I've already got this hole about almost 2 feet below ground level. It's been a lot of digging with a little hand tool, a little 3-inch trowel, a little garden trowel. That's all I got. My wrist is getting sore. So it's not fun being bent over below ground level, standing up on level ground and below ground level, digging one teeny little scoop at a time. Oh well, such is life. I'm going to keep plugging away at it. I've almost got this thing scored out to where I've got it marked out. You can see that. I'm going to show you that right now. I'll go ahead and switch this around. But I think it's going to be less than that. 15 inches of flap to hold it anchored down. Okay, so that's going to go sit inside the shelf area there where the stakes are. And then everything outside of that is the diggings that I've excavated. I'll talk a little bit more though, I think. Switch it back. Come on. Okay, we're back. Lighting's weird. Oh, it's my hat is getting on the camera. That's what it is. My shadow's on the camera. Huh, weird. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, so I'm doing this by myself. Proof of concept. What is the cheapest, stupidest, simplest? Repurpose materials, free stuff, throw away stuff. What's the cheapest way to do this? And that's what I'm doing because that's all I have is me. So I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I think it's fascinating that I want to say the one thing too. One thing that is very big in my way of thinking, my mind, is basic principles. Basic principles are core basic principles, eternal principles. Okay. One is that the earth is cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter, below surface. Okay. They say 50, 60 degrees. And I wrote about that in my book 20 years ago. I said, if you want to live in a house that's below surface, earth sheltered home, in the summertime, you're going to have to only cool from 60, let's say you're holding at 60 degrees, 65 degrees. Well, 70 degrees is livable, okay? So you don't even have to cool it in the summertime. You don't have to heat it in the wintertime. Because you're starting at 60 degrees. Well, I'm telling you right now, 40 degrees is livable. It's survivable. I've lived at that. I basically do and most of the time. Okay, 40 degrees is okay. It's not comfortable. You can wear a sweater, wear some sweatpants or gym shorts, what do they call them? Sweatpants, yeah, pajamas, whatever. And you can be okay at 40 degrees. But so you warm it up a little bit, have a little fire, have a little stove. Doesn't take much to warm up a very well insulated place. 10 degrees from 60 to 70. Okay, then you're at normal people's room temperature, 70 degrees. So core principles are very important, and the fact that the earth cools and heats both is a very essentially beat it into your head, beat it into your heart and head that's the truth, and deal with that. So I've got several places here that I already got marked out for that kind of situation. So get below surface of the ground. You can lay down in a depression of the ground and be warmer and cooler. So warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. So anyway, that's it. I'm about tired. I'm about cold too. A little bit I'm cold. Okay. I'm cooling down rapidly. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna just say goodbye here. I'm gonna see if anything. Anybody got on?